I'm recording now. Hello. Hello.
So connecting to the system.
Good morning, sir. Let me disconnect my. Is the mic on? No, I think. Okay, sir. You have to unmute. Good morning, sir. I'm coming. Let me unmute. Unmute. The microphone is so. Okay. Oh, I think unmute. Yeah. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Good morning, and thank you very much for accepting to do this. And then we were really looking forward to it. I really want to say thank you and God bless you too, sir. So as you are on now,
it's my pleasure.
there are other people on the line, and then the class is also ready. So I'll just leave you to take over. I sent some of the questions that all of us wanted to know about you on WhatsApp, and then the rest, I think you take it from there.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
It's going to be an interactive one, so if I talk, please try and also respond, okay?
Okay.
First of all, I would like us to do a little bit of introduction. Since I guess all of you know me, I'd like you to introduce yourself one by one. I wish I can see faces because I'm more of interactive. So I don't know. I'm seeing the class and other people who have probably joined.
Okay, sir. How can we join? Can you see everybody? Sir, please, can you see the class?
Yes, but they are all back. I don't know if they can come forward.
Oh, okay. Please come forward.
So that I can probably see them in the frame.
Sir, please, can you have a first view of the class now?
I think it's better.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So a quick one. Let us all do. Let's have the introduction. Then I guess we can kickstart. I see a lady in pink. What's your name?
Ivy.
Ivy.
Yes.
Okay. I would love to know a little bit about yourself. Eric.
Yeah.
What is the duration of the class? What is the duration of the class?
As in today or the whole class duration?
This very class.
The class is going to end at 5, but you actually have about enough time that you want to use for today.
Okay. Okay. That is all I want to hear. Okay. Okay. So the first name?
I'm Ivy.
Ivy.
Yes.
Ivy, a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. A fashion instructor.
Okay.
And then here to further.
Fashion instructor. Where?
College of Creative Design, Abrantie. There is Abrantie.
Joyce. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the purpose of this introduction, I want to have a fair idea of the people I'm talking to, so I'll know exactly how to talk.
Okay. That's
Okay. Okay. Next person, please. I can't hear you, please.
Salome.
Salome. Okay.
I own a fashion brand, online fashion brand on Instagram as Textile Designs.
Online brand. Okay. The name again?
Salome.
No, the name of the brand.
Textile Designs.
Textile.
Textile. Textile. P-E-P-S-A-L.
How do you spell it?
P-E-P-S-A-L.
Okay. Okay. Next person.
Yes.
Mavis.
Mavis.
Yes.
Okay. A little bit about yourself.
I'm a beginner.
I can't hear you well.
Yeah, I'm a beginner. I'm a student.
Eric,
Yes, sir.
you know what I want you to do?
I'm listening, sir.
Be close to the machine, right?
Yes, sir.
I think because of where they are, when they are talking, the speaker is not that clear. So be close. So when they talk and they don't probably pronounce a word, then you let me know. Just repeat it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so just be close to the machine. I think it will help. Okay, Mavis, I'm listening, please.
Yeah, I'm a beginner. I'm new to it.
She's Mavis and she's a student. She's now studying the whole fashion course.
Okay, that's better. Maybe student of.
Student of tax. She just started tax.
Okay.
Okay, sir. And
Next person, please.
It's Steven.
Steven.
Yes, sir. Fashion.
Okay.
He's a fashion student in ATU, Accra Technical University.
Oh, okay. Which level or which year?
Which year? Level 200.
200.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The next person is also Regina, right? She's also a fresher. She's a student here. She's a fresher.
Okay.
And the next person is also Abigail. She's also a fresher here, a weekend fresher.
Okay.
And then the next person is Dorothy. Tell me about your brother.
I can see Doro has a lot of fans there.
She's Dorothy is she works. She's having a fashion. What's the name of her fashion brand? Dorothy Nicole. That name.
Dorothy Nicole. Wow, I like the name. Sounds very foreign.
She's blushing. Okay, and the next person is Zaina.
Okay. What is Zena into?
She owns a fashion brand called Shea Coco.
Shea what?
Shea Coco. Shea Coco, like Coco Chanel, like Coco.
Okay. Can I ask a question, Zena?
Yeah.
How did you come by that name?
It's after Tertiary Colors.
It's what?
Tertiary Colors.
So like the way we mentioned Coco, yeah. And then
Okay, because I know of Sherry Coco. So when you say Shea Coco, I was a little bit okay.
Okay. And the next person is Morgan, and she's also a fresher.
Morgan, okay.
Okay. And then next
what is Morgan? Can I ask Morgan some questions, please?
Yes, please.
I want Morgan to at least. talk about himself, what he's looking at learning from this class, what he's actually looking at doing. Since he's into fashion, what he wants to do in fashion.
What you want to do? What you want to do in fashion? Okay,
looking at becoming a designer, becoming a retailer, becoming an illustrator. I just want to know.
I'm sorry, sir. She's a francophone and doesn't speak English, so I will answer for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So she's actually interested in the artistic side of fashion, not the practical side of it.
Okay, so more into creative directing and styling.
Yes.
Okay, 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 okay.
And the next person is Ruth. The next person is Ruth. And then she also owns a fashion brand called Apertua, right? Apertua, yeah. She owns a fashion brand called Apertua. Please.
What?
Ruth. The name is Ruth, and she owns a brand called Apertua Untitled.
Wow.
Yeah, like the fancy aspect.
As an entire, as in clothes.
Yes.
That's nice.
And
why is the whole class laughing? Because of the name.
Yeah, we normally like to mention the name a lot here. The Apertua, we find it very, very interesting.
That is how it's going to fly. You will be surprised.
And please, we have.
I just want to know a minute. How does she spell it? That is one thing too.
Come first. This one is trending.
Please, the spelling is AP.
Come down.
AP.
E. TS.
EW. A.
Yeah, that's a pet word. The entire will be NTARR.
NTAR.
Double R.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's typically fancy, right?
Yeah, typically fancy.
Okay. Wow, that's nice. That's nice.
And
so one thing, that is how the class will be. I want to say something a little bit about the brand name. I'm using her brand name to say something. So I would say when I started fashion, right? I remember KNUST, I started with ready to wear brand. The name of the brand was Wronga Right. Mistakes that we do when we are coming up is regarding to how we choose our brand names and the spellings and all that. It is something that's real okay. I see it a lot. That is why I'm asking all these names and how it is spelled and why that name, why that chosen name and all that. Because at times we turn out to probably coin names that if someone even sees it, it's very hard to pronounce it. And that one alone will be affecting the brand. If someone can't pronounce the name, how is the person even able to go in to remember and even mention it to someone? So this is just by the way. Are we done with the introduction in the class?
Yes, sir, but we have some of our students, there's Erica. We have some of our students on Zoom. They couldn't make it to class today, so they are online.
I'm seeing Derek Mensa, Juliana,
yes. And
Dodu.
Okay,
if they can also do the introduction, let's take it from there.
And Auntie Peggy too is online. Auntie Peggy,
okay.
Yes, sir.
So Derek.
Yeah. Derek Mensa.
I want to see your face, Derek. I want to see your face.
Okay, I am turning on my camera so that you see my face.
Please do. I'm going to.
Okay. This guy is like this.
Yes. Are you in the class?
Yes, I'm in the class.
I like it this way. I wish everybody is on Zoom so that, but I know data is a problem. So let's keep it this way.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we have Juliana. Juliana.
It's Peggy. It's Peggy, no Julie.
It's Peggy. Okay, okay, because I see Juliana. Dodu,
Yes,
that's why I
sir.
mentioned Juliana. Okay, Peggy.
Mm.
Is Peggy also in the class?
No,
Yes.
she's home.
She's home, but she's part of the class.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay,
That's
so
the
Peggy,
old lady among them.
come again.
I said that's the only old lady among them.
Oh, okay.
She's our madam.
Please tell us. Okay. So, Madam Peggy, can you tell us a little bit about what you are into?
I'm doing retailing.
Please come again.
I said I'm doing retailing.
Retailing. Oh, okay. Retailing. Is it fashion retailing?
Yes, fashion retailing.
Okay. Derek.
Yes, sir.
Derek, I didn't hear what you are into or what you are looking at. Please.
Okay, myself, I
Your
was
speaker is muted.
can you hear me?
Yes, Derek, I can hear you.
Okay, I should. I'm in the menswear.
Sir, please. He said
I can
he's
hear
into
you.
menswear.
Oh, okay. You already have a brand?
Yes, and upcoming brand.
What's the name?
Rick Mensa.
Derek Mensah.
Rick Mensa.
Rick.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think that's nice. Okay, I guess the introduction is okay now.
I didn't mention my brand name.
Please do.
It's PG Fashion.
Give me your
Come again.
PG Fashion.
PG Fashion. Okay.
Yes.
Please, what retailing are you into? Is it clothing or accessories?
Clothing, menswear.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Okay, so I guess we are done with the introduction. I'm going to touch on little bits of different topics. After that, whilst we go along, I won't wait till I'm done with the class before questions. Whilst we go along and you have a question, you can ask. Or we do it this way. You can jot your questions down after the class. We ask the questions. So let's use the second one. I think that would be more appropriate. Okay. So I received some few topics that I'm to talk about regarding to menswear. I think menswear is key. I'll talk about menswear. I'll talk about branding, general branding ethics. Then what probably makes a male garment, men's styling, and creating a male garment brand. So first of all, let's pick sustainable fashion. Now currently, it looks like everything is shifting. Fashion in general is shifting to sustainable fashion, or probably what we can call ethical fashion. A lot of people are trying to make sure the system in fashion goes in a way that it can help the environment and the world at large. I remember when I traveled to New York most of the brands that I saw regarding to fashion during the fashion week, they make sure their product they are producing has a functionality when it comes to what they are producing. Regarding to the materials they are using, things that they can probably recycle and still use again. And that is how fashion is going now. Yes, in our part of the country, it is picking up. We can't just go into it right away. But there are a few who are probably going into sustainable fashion and the ethical fashion whole era now. One thing that I always say regarding to fashion, it is good we look up to what the outside world is doing. But it is important to look at our system, our environment, and know the kind of approach that we use. Let me give a typical example. Why do we start a brand? Or why do we probably go into fashion? Can somebody just tell me why do we start a brand, or why he or she went into fashion? Anyone? I want to hear someone. If I don't hear anyone, we won't continue, please. Why do we go into fashion, or probably why do we start a fashion brand? What is the key thing?
Okay, sir. Stephen is talking.
Okay, Stephen.
Yeah. The reason why I take fashion as a career, I have passion for it. Essentially, I have passion for it.
You have passion. Okay, good. Any other? Okay, Derek. Thank you. I wanted to hear that first. It is business, and you want to make money. That is the first thing that comes in mind. Yes, the passion is there. Every field there is passion in there. But one thing I'll probably tell the young folks, or I normally tell young folks, is trust me. The moment the passion becomes too much, we don't take the business aspect serious, and it turns out to worry a lot. Then it comes in that we turn out to probably copy blindly. We don't look at our system. I want to do what the Western people are doing. So first of all, it's business. The money comes in. So if the money is in, I'm relating it to the sustainable fashion that we are talking about. We are trying to eliminate certain things so that we can be ethical friendly, use materials, probably fibers and recycle products that we can use again. That will probably not be also harmful to us as in the environment. But in as much as we are doing that, we should look also at why we started the brand, the purpose of it, the passion comes in as well. But the main thing is it is business. Tell me, let's look into our class. How many people are wearing kente in there, woven kente in the class? Is anyone wearing woven kente in there?
No, sir.
No. Good. Is anyone wearing tie and dye in there?
No.
Okay. Is anyone wearing something that is reusable, probably recycled material product in there?
No, sir.
But that is where fashion is going now. It is good. We are looking at the environment. Trust me, the top-notch brands who are getting into that, they are already established. And most of these people trying to go ethical and using recyclable products, they have the means. So putting up structures to go with that, it is top-notch. I had this argument with a friend talking about brands that are starting and probably starting on sustainable fashion. It is good. It's not a bad idea. But look at the brand that you are coming out with. You are now starting. You don't even have a name. I don't think you have structures. I don't even know how if you are probably going sustainable fashion, how are you even getting the material that you use? All these things come in play. So what I normally advise people is try in as much as to go hand in hand. Don't look at what people are doing and do the same. Don't look at the already established brands who are there, who are now shifting to sustainable fashion, trying to go ethical and also go that way. Look at what will probably help you as a startup. How many Ghanaians are currently buying sustainable fashion products, ethical products? Because trust me, the business comes first. If the business aspect goes in a particular direction, trust me, hit there. If you're hitting there, gradually you build a brand and gradually you can be able to probably get your own weaves, get your own prints. When I'm talking about get your own prints, get your own branded prints, get your own branded tie-dye products, and then you know you are well established and you're getting into the sustainable fashion, getting into all this eco-friendly materials and products that we can think of. Because trust me, a typical example, you can't get up and produce products or let's say fabric at a very cheap cost right from start. Yes, it is possible, but how many quantity can you produce as a startup than just getting to the market and probably buying a GTP, a Printex, or something, or probably an already made fabric that you can use and fast make up your money and put the brand at a pedestal that will probably move to a different phase of the sustainable fashion. Am I making myself clear here?
Yes.
Okay. So a little bit, I'm probably going to touch on the sustainable fashion. It is good. It is the way forward. But look at the brand that you are producing and see how best we can probably get into. Now, let me shift a little bit and talk about menswear, or probably putting yourself as a menswear brand. We all know ladies buy a lot. Am I right?
Yes.
I want the class to be very interactive. So if I don't hear from you guys, it'll feel as if I'm the only one talking. We know ladies buy a lot. Am I right?
Yes.
Good. But there is a case, I'm into menswear. Menswear is very demanding and precise. One thing that is key when it comes to menswear is finishing. Finishing and fit. If you have your finishing well, you have your fit well, you are good to go. A lot of the time, a lot of people who are into menswear are creative. I will not say there are people who are, everybody is creative. In our own way, we are creative. But what makes one stand out is the overall totality of your fit and your finish. If you have your fit well, you have your finishing well, trust me, you're good to go with menswear. When it comes to women's wear, probably ladies wear, I would say even because ladies or the women's wear line are more flamboyant, it keeps out to be, ladies like a lot with regard to color, finishing, accessories, a lot of trimmings. The styles when it comes to women's wear gives that room to explore a lot. So the women's wear line, you have the free room to operate and do so many things. You can even have a sleeve And even if it's a mistake or it's a problem, it can turn out to be a new style. So that is one thing women's wear line turn out to probably have things easily when it comes to problems. But when it comes to menswear, if it is sharp, it has to be sharp. If it is clean, it has to be clean. It is either a color, a round neck, a tunic. Those things are very particular. Now people are trying to branch into androgynous. People are doing a whole lot of things because of the way the world is changing. Yes, we have people trying to let their rights stand out. We have men coming out to probably bold and make all statements. But one thing I always tell people who probably put up brand, anything that you are producing, always make sure you have that business mind, commercial mind at the back of your head. It is very key. It is sad putting up brand, having names and not making money. It is very sad. In as much as you are producing, people will turn out to be, oh, that is nice. Oh, it is nice. Trust me, the nice doesn't put the money in your pockets. It doesn't make you bankable. So when I meet people who are probably trying to start up, I tell them, anytime you are creating, make sure you have at the back of your mind, is it going to be bankable? Yes, you have to be creative, but always have it at the back of your mind. Is it going to be bankable? You will create something that will be nice. Let me mention some few names. Okay, people who are probably into menswear, people who like themselves. I'll mention somebody like KKD. I can mention somebody like people who are probably fashionistas. I mention his name because it's somebody I can relate to. Can you people mention some probably men personalities that you know? I just want to hear some few names. KOD, good. Come again.
Nana Bear's husband. I don't know his name.
Nana who?
Osebo.
Good. Osebo, good. That's a good example. So all these names you are mentioning, right? Ask yourself, if you design something that will wow people, let's use Osebo as a case study. The things he wears, they are very wow, bold statements, right?
Yeah.
Ask yourself, everybody's talking about him. The kind of things he wear, when you design them, how many people are going to wear that?
Only him.
Only him. Good. So if it is only him, that means your market value, it is going to be what? Limited. Am I making myself clear here?
Yes.
It's going to be limited. So whilst you are designing, in as much as that you can probably design things that can be whoa, make sure you have at the back of your mind, is it going to be bankable? Is it going to be commercial? Am I going to make money from it? Yes, once in a blue moon, we try to do things that will wow people. One thing in my journey that I've studied is, a lot of the time, young folks that are coming up, who probably are putting up brand, want to do things like the Gucci's, the Louis Vuittons. They want to design things because they see on the runway those wow things they do. Trust me, they've already established their brand. They have a lot of commercial staffs in retail stores, in their millions of stores across the world. So when they're probably putting up collection for shows, they do things at times just for the name, because they have commercial things that are running. But in our part, we see that a lot of young folks try to do things not thinking about how commercial the product can be, but just to let people appreciate their work. And it's all about the creativity, the passion, which in the long run, trust me, it affects our brand. Because you turn out not to grow, even though you might probably have the name, but you don't have the money. Am I making myself clear?
Yes.
I always tell people, when it comes to menswear, some things are basic. Fits. I mentioned fits. I mentioned, what again did I mention?
Finishing.
Good. I mentioned finishing, sharpness. Men who turn out to buy a lot, these are the key things they look at. Finishing and fit, especially fit. When this thing too goes well with them, they will come to you always. Because I know when it comes to the creativity, we all have it. I won't dispute that fact. I see young folks designing things and I go like, wow, we all have it. And when it comes to menswear, one thing that also play a major role is color. Now, men are trying to evolve themselves. Men are not afraid to probably do color. Gone are the days, men tend to do traditional colors. When you say that, I know you know some of the, can you mention some of the traditional colors when it comes to menswear to me?
Yeah.
Let's mention some. Come again. Please, you're not a man character. Mention your name and raise your hand and just tell me, please.
Brown color.
Brown. Okay, good. That is Auntie Peggy, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to put your name down, Peggy. Okay. Okay. And what color again? Ivy. I want to hear Ivy talk.
Blue black.
Ivy.
Yes, I'm here. Blue black color.
Blue black.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like you to say navy blue more than blue black. Please.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, what color again? Okay, Derek.
Green or ash.
Come again.
Green.
Gray or ash. Okay. 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 So we know these colors. These are, I think the colors you mentioned are the basic color when it comes to menswear. But what do we see now on social media now? Tell me the colors that we see now on social media.
Orange.
Orange.
Yellow.
Yellow. Now people are trying to evolve. Men are not afraid to probably use colors. So the terrain now is now changing. But in as much as it's changing, trust me, the commercial value when it comes to menswear still lies in those traditional men colors. One thing I always tell, I don't know if people know this, when it comes to menswear, every man a must-have suit in your closet color. Can somebody mention it to me? I know you're going to mention black, but it is not black.
Charcoal.
Good. Charcoal. Charcoal, let's say a dark gray. Do you know why? When it comes to black, it is traditional. You can't use it for all functions. But the charcoal, probably the gray, can fit where you can probably wear the black and still wear, even if it's office, you can still probably still wear the office. And even if it's a night or maybe a ball gown event or something, a red tie event, you can still wear the dark or probably the gray. But when it comes to black, you limit yourself. So when you are probably a man and you're trying to get out, and when it comes to suit, the must-have is a gray or probably a charcoal before you even come to black. So these are things that probably when you're starting a menswear brand, you should know some little ethics. And when it comes to men's shirts, what color is important?
White.
Come again?
White.
White. Every man needs to have a white shirt. In that sense, if you're probably into menswear, something that you don't have to forgo, things in white. Let me tell you one story. When I started my brand, I'm telling you my experience. I know definitely you're going to take something from it. Things that I was designing, they were quite, I would say, mind-blowing. You design, people go like, wow, it's nice. Wow, it's nice. You do those things, now clients come to you they ask you for things that probably not in your designs. Once I go and I realized that, okay, a lot of people come to me for white stuff. So why don't I put up a white collection? So I did an all white collection, different types of white. Maybe later on, if you have time, I'll probably pick on how to probably put up a collection or something. I did different types of whites. And trust me, up to today, it is one of my commercial or bankable collection. Where we find ourselves, people tend out to probably go to Adore or what we call Christianing now. People tend out to probably go to church a lot because we are a Christian-based country. And things that dominate when it comes to these things are white outfits. So it is something that sells every day. So just imagine having a white collection. Anybody who comes to you will definitely have something to pick. In another way, I'm just trying to tell you, when you are putting up a collection, you have to put some factors down before you even put up the collection. You should be thinking about the commercial value of the collection. I always say this, the commercial part is key. If you have the commercial value, then you know exactly how to put up a collection. What men love a lot. Yes, now everybody is trying to put up, every man is probably doing kaftan because it's something that is in vogue, kaftan. A lot of men are wearing kaftan more than suits. So if you're a man, you're probably putting up a collection. You're getting probably more kaftan styles, even more than suits. Even though we are copying the Western world, people are trying to probably redesign the suits. I know, yes, Kensi 2020 was a famous wedding in Ghana, so you all know about it, right?
Yeah.
So we cannot talk about what they were wearing. Regards to the men, look at how the outfits were. People are shifting from the Western style and trying to turn up all this Western style into something that will probably conform with our tradition and still be modern. People are no more wearing three-piece suits, but they are wearing three-piece traditional outfits that look sharp just like suits. So these are things that inform your mind probably when you're putting up a collection. Let me go back to, I'm trying to talk about all these topics in one. I'm touching a little bit on probably when it comes to color with men. I'll talk about creating a male garment. I'll talk about that. We'll touch a little bit on color. Now, let me go deep into color. There are some colors that goes well, or let me say, if you're probably choosing outfits or men's outfits, color plays a major role because a lot of men, some men are bold, some are very introverts. There are those who are not afraid to explore color. Now, let's play this trick. In as much as that the tertiary colors are now taking shape when it comes to men's wear, some people are not afraid to go bold. If you're probably doing more of commercial outfits, you can turn out to probably put in more tertiary colors in our traditional outfits so that it wouldn't be so much in the face. It is good to probably design an outfit with, let's say, a peach detailing than doing a whole peach outfit when it comes to commercial value. If you have a navy blue outfit and it's detailed with a peach color, and you have a whole peach outfit, trust me, commercial value, the navy blue with the peach detailing will sell more than a whole peach outfit. You can probably get 2 or 3 people buying the peach outfits, or you can get 10 people buying the navy blue with a peach detailing. But at the same time, you will get 10 people commenting and wowing the peach, overall peach outfits than the navy blue outfits. So that is where, as a creative, your business mind has to always be on. So these are things you note when you're probably creating, or probably when you are doing production or trying to create a male garment. I tell people when I receive clients, I ask them, what do you have in your closet? Depending on what they have in their closet, I'll advise you, then let's do this, and then do this. I'll ask you the colors that you love. Then we turn out to create things. So these are things you look at. As a startup brand, I always tell people, avoid designing things that are not commercial based, trust me, because it is business. Passion is there, so I won't talk about passion. But the business aspect has to be key in everything that you design. I'll give another typical example. I spoke about the all-white collection that I did. The collection that I did. So now I want to talk about creating a male. The question here is creating a male garment brand, but I want to limit it to a male collection, or probably putting up a male collection. I'm using my experience as a male collection maker to talk about this. I would say I have about, if not 8, 9, or probably 10 collections that I've put up. And one that stood out is the IE collection, because I realized that a lot of people come to you looking for white outfits. Now, as a brand, I don't want to limit it to male brand or probably male collection. If you are putting up a collection, things that comes in mind, or things that you probably have to look at, is design. One, is a design collection, is a design commercial base. Then you talk about material. Which material are you using? Are you trying to source different material? When I'm talking about material, I'm talking about fabric will come in, accessories will come in. Then we'll limit it down to fabric. When you limit it down to fabric, you're going to talk about types of fabric to use. If it's a menswear, what types of fabric do men love? If you're talking about the fabric men love, what age demography are you looking at to target with the collection that you are probably producing? If it is the youth, you know the kind of fabrics, the type of fabrics to use. If it's you are looking at probably the adult base, you know that probably types of fabric to use. Let me ask this question: what fabric do you think pertain to matured men? Can somebody tell me?
To which men?
Come again?
Matured men.
Matured men. Okay.
Matured men.
Women.
Thank you. So now let's go down to the youth. What fabric type pertain or probably goes well for the youth?
Rayon sometimes.
Okay. Come again?
Rayon.
Rayon. Okay, Derek, your hand was up.
PK.
PK.
Yeah.
Thank you. Regina, I want to hear Regina talk. Regina, say something. Okay, so
Hello.
hello.
Please, can you go back? My line was off.
Okay. I want you to mention
From your closet. That's what I heard.
Come again.
I said what I heard is what do you have in your closet?
Okay. So I was trying to talk about when it comes to closet, things that a man probably has to get in the closet. One, some colors are musts. We know white is something that I would say every man or probably every male needs a white outfit, a white shirt. We know that, right? For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. And that pertains to how our traditional or probably traditional outfits are now in vogue. And because, you know, when you talk about white, people tend not to look at it from, okay, white, men, white shirt is Western based. Am I right? Now, when you talk about white shirt, it is Western based that comes in mind. But this is a case we are trying to be more traditional, or people are embracing our traditional wear now. So men are trying to get every man who probably thinks about kaftan, thinks of white. I need to get a white kaftan because of our events that we have. I made mention of the christening. I made mention of our church. A lot of joyous occasions goes well in that direction. And when we talk about joyous occasion, it is happy moment. And happy moments, colors that pertain white because it's victory, it's blessings. Are you getting me? So these are the things that come in play when you are trying to probably put up a male collection. And I give a typical example of, after me analyzing all these things, I realized that, okay, don't let me just put up a male collection, but I put up a white collection, a white-based collection. And the name of the collection was IAE, because I realized that almost all the facets that come to play regarding to putting up the collection, the event that I was targeting, where will people wear this collection to? They will take it to church. Church is praise. They will take it to naming ceremony. It's happy occasion. And all these facets come in. There is victory, happiness. People are not sad. So definitely they're going to wear something that is bright. And the most important thing that comes in mind is white. The color that comes in mind is white. So I end up putting up a white collection. And again, I narrow it down to which age group am I looking at? My brand doesn't target kids. Look up to probably the youth who can afford and the upper age group when it comes to men. And I also said what fabric pertain to, I was asking the fabric that pertain to the upper men, let's say the 35 and above, people probably after 40, what kind of fabric type comes in there? And someone mentioned linen. And I also asked, when you come down to the young and the young at heart, then Derek mentioned PK. So these are the things that come in mind. So putting up a collection, when you are able to put all this, you ask yourself all these questions. I'm using my collection IAE and white as a case study. But in your case, it might be different, depending on the kind of collection you're putting up. Am I making myself clear?
Yes.
Good. So I narrowed it down. My collection, I'm doing a collection that cuts across both the young and the old. And the old, we mentioned Len. The young, we mentioned PK. So I bring all that in. So let me narrow it down again. The old, Lelen, the old don't like fancy thing. They like very simple stuff. So you are using Lelen, definitely you don't have to be putting metals, buttons, all those things in there because it's for the elderly people. They don't want those things. Am I making myself clear?
Yeah.
So something simple that will probably fit in for the Lelen people. You design in that way. When you come to the young, Derek mentioned PK, then you can probably put all your gold buttons and those things because they will pertain to those people. They will love it. Are you getting me? So these are things that inform you when you are putting up a collection, when it comes to menswear. If it's for the young, you can go that way and still streamline it to all the buckles and the zips and all those things, plenty pockets and, you know. But when it pertains to probably the elderly, it has to be very simple, a little bit of detailing, not too much. And always note, every time you're probably using linen, linen is a very free flowing fabric. It doesn't probably have to be tight. So you design outfits that look very free and loose. When you probably turn up probably to the young and the youth, then you can do all the fitting because they like the skinny things and all those things can come in. So probably putting up menswear, a garment for menswear, you have to know the detail, who you are probably targeting, the commercial value of the outfits. All these things play a major role. Am I making myself clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Please, I want to ask a question.
Okay, please go ahead.
You mentioned old people.
Okay.
A lot of them patronize the wooden.
Good.
So you said when the it should be loose as outfit. What about the wooden? I mean the African print stuff.
Good. So the African print is also a closed, loose fabric, right? Compared to the linen, African print is also very loose. Even though there are a lot of imitation wax prints on the market that quite probably look hard, but even the wooden, there are types of wooden. I hope you know that there are some of the woodens are quite heavy. The bogolans, they are quite heavy. The wooden types, they have variations when it comes to their texture and probably their weight. Most of the time, I don't know if you've probably studied, when you are doing this wooden fabrics, because I work with wooden, I know wooden designs, they have different types of wooden designs. Some are quite busy, some are very simple. And I know there are about even more than 8 different wooden fabrics with regard to the feel and the design. So depending on probably who you are probably making for, is a must. If you are going probably for the heavy ones, if that is what the client wants, fine. If it's a general collection that you are making, it is always good to probably use fabric that are very loose for the elderly because they love their things to be free on them. You will see an elderly man who is very smallish, but you can probably see, even if it's a shirt, the around arm is like 18, even though in reality, the man's arm is like 14, but he's wearing an 18 around arm shirt. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yes.
So these are things that come in mind. But if it's probably for a young guy, the young guy will probably love his around arm to be very fitting. So these are things that you note. The wooden fabric, the wax prints, they are all loose fabrics. You can probably use them and use them freely, depending on what. If it's for the young, you can still use an African print for a young guy and it can be fitting. Now people wear the prints up and down. And now there are even prints that comes in silk. I don't know if you've probably seen some of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it depends on how you are designing the outfits. If the age group is young, it is good. They like the fitting stuff. If it's probably for the elderly, they like the loose stuff. You just have to know and know the choice of print you use for all this age group. I'm wearing an art shirt. Currently, I have a commercial line called the art shirt. I don't know if you've probably seen it. It is purely a commercial based line. What I'm wearing, let me try and I call this a 3D pocket. And it is funky. It is not a normal pocket line that you see. It is very funky. With this, the idea was to target the young and youthful. I won't do this for the elderly. You might get 1 or 2 elderly people who love to wear this, but there will be few. At the same time, I will do this same shirt with a not even a flap pocket top, just a normal patch pocket or maybe an inner pocket. And I just want to get up so that you see something. The same shirt, I have the design overlapping. Can you see it?
Yes.
Overlapping. It is very funky. So if I'm probably doing this for an elderly, I don't think this overlap is needed. Even the size of the print in the outfit might even be limited. So all these things come in play. You always have to know who you are designing for, the age group, even with regard to colors. All these things have to come in play when you are designing. Am I making myself clear? I don't know if I'm probably making myself clear.
Yes.
So these are things you look out for, probably when you're probably putting up a garment. And regarding to branding, I always say branding is key. Branding is key. Branding is key. Yes. I don't know if you saw this. Look at my buttons. Did you see my buttons?
Yes.
Yes.
I have sea blue. I have white. I have a dark blue. It's like that. So what I'm wearing is very funky for somebody who is very youthful. I won't do this for an elderly person. This very design was to target them. So I have this, and trust me, when you mentioned KOD. As soon as he saw this shirt, he was like, I want this shirt. Can I get one? That is typical of such people. And if you go on my page, you see him wearing one. It's a typical of such people. I'm coming. Let me just show you something very quick. Can you see this?
Yes.
So you see, he's wearing that shirt. This people who are grown wouldn't come in for this shirt. So the moment you are probably putting up a collection and you're thinking about, you know who you are targeting, trust me. If you put all these mechanisms together, you will hit the nail, you will hit the hammer right on the nail. And you're going to get the value that you want. Let me show you another typical example of an art shirt that I did. This shirt. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah, it says women.
Good. This. Who knows the design? Who knows the name of the design? The print. Come again. Can you see?
Yeah, we know the print, but not the name.
Oh. Is Auntie Peggy there?
Yes, I can't figure out it well.
Please look at it well. Okay, let's continue. It is Akufu. You've not heard of Akufu fabric?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is Akufu. It is a Vlisco print. There is. Let me say. Can I say it is? Yes, it is timeless, but it is very old. I think this very print design was even made before we were all born. Are you getting me? I'm trying to say something here. People who are old can relate to this print. So, using this print for a shirt, a very clean shirt, white shirt, who do you think I'm targeting?
Old.
Come again.
The older ones.
It's for the old people.
Good. The old people. Let me get here. What do you see here? What is he wearing?
It's only one.
The same thing. So are you getting the point I'm trying to make?
Yes.
Yes.
So depending on how you design and the people you are targeting and the people you want to reach, as simple as that. Let me see if I also get another. Just a minute. Can you see this? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Can you see the man wearing it? Can you see him very well?
Yes.
Yeah.
With all his gray, he can relate to this. I'm trying to make a point. I know you guys are getting the point I'm trying to make.
Yes.
Okay, so let's continue.
Yes.
So all these things come in play. Now, let me touch on, and yes, definitely we've probably spoken about color, men's styling. Okay, so now let me talk about the typical, let me take a shirt as a case study. I was telling you about the pocket design and the asymmetry of how the shirts look and all that. I have a round neck shirt. I'm wearing probably a round neck, a piping round neck shirt. A normal, what John was wearing is a full color shirt. I realized that I'm doing something that is very nice. What can I do different that will probably wow the youth? So ideas came in. Let's try and probably get a different style and probably a different color just to see. And I came, so you see this color? I'm talking about COLLAR, not the colors in. Are you getting me? I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
Good. So do you see it? I call this 50-50. It is half color, half tunic. And do you see the color of the print?
Yes.
So where do you think this is my target?
For the young.
Good. And trust me, it just went that way. In between, you have probably the people like the KODs who like to wear the other people like the KKDs who are grown but still want to be youthful. But those people are not that much. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So commercial wise, you should know who you are targeting and the people that you are actually doing or probably designing for. So let's talk about, I'm talking about styling now. How you style your outfits regarding to design, color, pockets. It can be sleeve. Now people are doing a whole lot of crazy things. Everything boils down to how you structure exactly what you are doing, who you are looking at, commercial value. If probably you are just doing it just for the name, you just want people to see that you are very good at designing, fine. But I'll tell you, that doesn't help. It doesn't help one bit. So at least I've touched on the styling, what makes a male garment, creating a male garment brand. I want to talk a little bit on a minute. Some few points that I think it is very necessary. I know you are in a class, you are all trying to probably get yourself abreast with knowledge when it comes to fashion, whichever way it is, being it wherever you find yourself, being it a retail accessory seller, a brand, a lecturer, whatever it is. There are some key things that we all need to know. I know since you're in a class, we all have that passion, right? Since you are there, there is passion. That is why we are there. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Things I always tell people is don't compromise on quality. When it comes to fashion, quality is key. Quality and value always bring return to you. And when I say quality, I'll go detail into the kind of button you use, the kind of zip. Let me tell you one thing that turns me off when I see made in Ghana products. There is this zip with some oval, I don't even know how they call it. The hook is oval. I see a lot of people doing menswear, and those who probably do menswear with the opening at their side. It fits well more for casual stuff. The zip is more of a casual making product, but people tend out probably to use it for our normal menswear, kaftans, and I don't know. It came to me because I'm talking about quality. Make sure that products you are using are of quality. It is good, or let me say it is better to probably have quality products so that your product will be probably, I won't use the word expensive, but when you have quality products, it turns out to probably add some light to your brand. And when I'm talking about quality comes into probably how even our stitches are. Quality, fabric, production, materials and accessories, they come in. Another thing, one thing that we also have to note is the experience we build with our customers. Being it whatever that you are producing, being it whatever that you find yourself in, it is good to establish a good experience with your customer than just thinking about the money. Do we have people in there who are already doing commercial things, who have clients who are probably selling to? I'm asking, do you have people in the class who are already into commercial-based products?
We are not. Derek is one.
I'm coming.
Derek.
I'm asking, you show for them, they also sell, it's anyway.
Good. So that means you still have an encounter with, you will definitely have customers. So far as you probably sell for someone and the person, that means you. How often do you probably do follow-ups regard to what you produce for them?
So for me, whenever I show, I tell them they should wear and get back to me, like how it is. So
They should get back to you, don't get back to them.
after they wear, they should let me know how it is. So if I don't get response,
you do follow-up.
Yeah, I do follow-up.
Okay. It is something that is very key. And another thing that I would say is, even you being a student, we are all unique in our way. Know your worth. It is very key. Don't compare someone's or what someone is doing to what you are doing. There are so many ways people are probably using to get their end result. Know your worth. Because trust me, so far as you are probably into production, people will turn out to probably always be asking for reduction. Discount. If you know your worth and you are actually going by the first point that I said, quality and value, you know you're not using cheap materials and probably fabrics. When somebody is trying to go down your brand or probably your products, you still stick by what you stand by. Know your worth. It is good to know your worth. And when I'm talking about know your worth, know that pricing comes in. And pricing is important. There are some brands or probably people that their pricing is too much high. Aside probably the cost of production and all that, their interest rate is so high that, trust me, you don't even get people, when somebody comes in, a person probably gets something one from you, it is very hard for the person to get again. Come back again and probably order again. So these are things you know. Pricing is very key. Always know that you are trying to get your pricing well. And as probably people who are getting into fashion, know that collaboration is key. As you are in the class, there are people who are probably learning to probably to be stylists. I know there are some accessory people in there. There are people who are into retail. This is the time you have to build that link with, that relationship with, and make sure that you grow with them. Don't rush and be chasing people who are already up there. Because when you are chasing those who are already up there, they might be asking themselves, what am I going to get from this person who is now coming? Grow with your peers, because they will understand you better. And because you are all hungry for success, there's kind of speed that you have. It is different. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another thing I want to talk about. Everything that you find in, make sure you research on it. Whatever that you are learning, make sure you research on it. If you are into retail, make sure you research on the retail. Look at people who are into retail, how they are doing their things. Now, I would say social media is taking almost everything regarding about, should I say, I don't want to give percentage, but majority of what we are doing now is social media based. People tend out not to even get up and go to the shop to buy. People sit at the comfort of their homes and expect to get a product. How we realize that? So how are you trying to get all those mechanisms in place? You're starting a brand. Are you producing and putting it down? Are you going to produce and put it down in your room and wait for somebody to come to you? You are in a fashion class. Are you waiting to finish the class before you probably put your brand out there? What are you doing with your brand? Is it already out there? There are a lot of people who go like, oh, I'm waiting. When I finish school, I'll get a logo. I'm waiting. When I finish school, I'll probably get a brand name. I'm waiting. Start now. Whatever you are doing, start now. Make people who are already there and study how they do their things. If they are in that your line, if it's a menswear, there are a lot of menswear brand, pick them. If it's retailing, if it's accessory, there are a lot of accessory brand. Whilst you are picking somebody probably who is in your local terrain, you're also picking a foreign brand that you think it is there who's doing something right. I say both local and foreign because the foreign, his environment will be different from your environment. So you pick the local person, definitely you have things in common. The kind of materials he or she will be using might be in line with what you're also doing. And learn, research. Make sure you are putting your product where it is necessary. Look at your target group. If you're into accessory, probably making bangles, earrings, which people are probably wearing these things more. Let your target audience go there. Another thing too, let's leave our comfort zone. There are people who are in the class. I know definitely the class is not all about, it's not just one school body. We have a lecturer, we have someone from AT, you have an instructor from Josabe Bio. And am I be right?
Yeah.
Do you teach?
Yes.
You teach?
Yeah.
Aside your teaching, do you have a brand that you are working on? Do you do anything aside the teaching?
Yes.
You even more down to brand?
I sew.
You sew. So you see, and I know, Stephen, ATTU. Is Stephen in the class?
Yes.
Stephen, aside you schooling, what do you do?
Actually, I work with a law firm.
You work with a law firm?
Yes. But I have
okay. Okay, so you have a brand. Okay, good. So that means you're already doing two things. It's good. All I'm trying to say is we shouldn't wait till we are okay before we launch whatever you want to do. Let's leave our comfort zone. Majority of, I always compare myself to the Nigerians who are out there. The speed of the Nigerians is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. I think 3 or 4 years ago, I was in South Africa. I was the only Ghanaian in South Africa among about 50 Nigerians. Now I asked myself, what is happening? I was so geared up. I want to leave my comfort zone. I want to do more. I was pushing myself beyond boundaries. I got to a place I realized, trust me, there were 15 Nigerians who also came for that same fashion show that I was on. And I asked myself, so what are we doing in Ghana? If you're going to look at what people are doing here, you might be relaxed. You won't push yourself. So let's go beyond our comfort zone and push ourselves beyond limits. And one thing I always say, if you are doing what you are doing and you are probably getting some heights, be humble. Day in, day out, we learn from people who are even younger than us. Humility is key. Wherever you find yourself, be humble. Don't think you are better off than someone, or probably even in a class. Yes, you might be good, but trust me, there is something about the person next to you that might be of help to you in some time to come. Now, things are collaboration are going a lot of people are getting into collaboration. I'm a menswear designer. At a point in time, I'm putting up a fashion show. I make clothes. I need footwear. Definitely have to probably go to somebody who probably makes footwear. If I don't relate well to people who are probably in the accessory or probably footwear business, how do I go? So collaboration is key, humility is key, and all these things shape up the brand totality of what we do. Imagine I'm coming for a fashion show, I have my own clothes, I have set of accessories. If it is hats, I want to match with my clothes. I have set of hats, shoes, everything well structured. How do you think people are probably going to take my brand? That means it's a serious brand, because that is what is happening outside there. Brands are collaborating with other top brands, other accessory footwear brands, eyewear, a whole lot. And it's key. So please, some few points I want us to note. And let's associate ourselves with like-minded people. When I say like-minded people, people who speak our language, or where we find ourselves, probably what we are doing. When it turns out probably to be with such people, what they even talk about is related to what we are doing. How current are we when it comes to where we find ourselves? Yeah, we are not in the fashion industry. If I ask you, what is the number one current thing in Ghana fashion right now? Okay, so let me do this. I want everybody to tell me what is trending in Ghana fashion right now. I just want to know. Everybody will talk. Everybody will talk.
Face mask.
Come again, face mask. Thank you. Okay. So do you know one of the top Ghanaian brands producing face masks now?
Okay. I know 1647.
Okay.
And then
come again.
Set garment.
Okay, sleek. Did you say sleek? Sleek garment?
Set garment.
Set garment. Okay.
The
okay,
word
okay.
S-E-D.
Said. Okay. So let's say from the marks. Which other thing do we know regarding to what is happening in fashion now? Should I mention names? Do we have Morgan there? Do we have Morgan in the class?
She's gone out. I think she's
gone out. Okay, Mavis. Okay. I want you to tell me what is currently trending in fashion in Ghana. Any news regarding fashion in Ghana?
The ladies' bonnet.
Eric, I can't hear her.
The ladies' bonnet. The bonnet.
Tinker bonnet.
Said hair bonnet. Hair bonnet.
Hair bonnet. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I want you to mention, can anyone mention any key player when it comes to Ghanaian fashion? Any key names? People who are actually championing or probably putting Ghanaian fashion on the map.
Christy Brown.
Okay, that's a designer. Okay, I don't want you to mention designers. I know you can probably mention them off air. I don't want you to mention designer names. Okay, not bad. What is current with Zinelzu now? Eric. Eric.
Yes, sir.
I want you to do this. You know something? The reason why I'm asking all these, let me tell you something. We tend now to just focus on products, about what we are doing. We forget that fashion is not all about making clothes or probably making the products. Trust me, the brands that are out there is not they are not the best brands when it comes to production. It is a totality. So if you are coming into the industry and you are only thinking about you doing what you are doing, it's outfits, it's clothes, it's accessories, this, I'm just doing retail, you are wrong. You won't get there. I'm telling you, you will be doing it, but trust me, you won't get there. Now, everything is on a top-notch A game. It's not just about making what you are doing. That is the reason why I'm asking all this. I'm expecting, yes, I remember me then when I was in fashion school, KNUST, we learned history of fashion, all those things. And I realized that we weren't just learning just for learning's sake. We were trying to get abreast what was happening in the industry. Eric, try and get this into your system. Yes, Ghanaian fashion history. Ghanaian fashion history and what is trending in Ghana. People that are probably shaping the Ghanaian fashion. Trust me, because it is needed. It is needed. There are a lot of people who are pushing the Ghanaian fashion agenda that it is good if you are probably having a brand regarding to any form of fashion. You should know them. You should know what they are doing. You should be abreast with what is going on regarding to those circles. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Eric.
Sir.
I know definitely, yes, we've made mention of Roberta, right? Hello?
Yes, sir, I'm listening. Roberta.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Madam Roberta. Yeah.
Good. Do any of you know Denta?
Yeah, you know that.
Do you know Claudia? Do you know Claudia Lumo?
Yes.
Yes, of Grace, yes.
I was expecting you to mention names like that because trust me, there are people who have taken the Ghanaian fashion and trying to mold it in a way that the others are not doing. And things related to that. Let me mention, yes, when you talk about Claudia, he handles, I would say, one of the best fashion weeks in Ghana, Great Fashion Week. I would say he handles one of the best fashion magazine in Ghana now, Great Magazine. He handles Style Awards. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. She handles Style Awards. Now, talk about Denta. Denta is championing things regarding to the year of return. She handles a lot of fashion events with the tourism sector, the Ministry of Tourism, and other facets when it comes to the key important or key pillars in the Ghanaian fashion industry. These are things I'm expecting you people to be abreast with. Not necessarily knowing their personality, but what is going on around. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, sir.
You made mention of, yes, Zina Ozu. I wanted to know what exactly is happening with Zina Ozu. Can anybody tell me what is happening with her? How many of you are on social media? I want to know the kind of people you follow on social media regarding to your work or probably fashion as a whole.
Is it me or the class?
The class.
Okay, the class.
Which people are you probably following? Please, so far as you find yourself here and you are into fashion, make sure you are getting abreast with fashion in Ghana and around the world. If I'm going to ask questions, I'll ask a lot of questions, and I know definitely you are just going to look at me. But trust me, that is the future. It's not all about just making products or probably in the corner that you find yourself. Make sure you are going beyond your comfort zone. Do you see what the politicians do? The politicians are always at their A game. They are learning about their opponents, knowing what is going on with probably all the politics around, and they can talk. When they say they are talking about politics, they can, because that is where they find themselves. I can talk for fashion the whole day. Ask Eric. That is me. These are things that keeps you up there. It's not just about making the clothes. If it comes to just making probably the products, no. So whilst you are learning, make sure you are adding that side to it too. Or else all that we spoke about, sustainable fashion, the men's styling, learning about colors and all those things, you'll be doing them, but you won't get anywhere. What kind of pages are you even following? Let me tell you one thing. I'm in Ghana. I had an opportunity to showcase in Italy. If I'm in my corner, just doing my own thing, not trying to get abreast what is going on internationally and all that, do you think such opportunity will come? No. And what makes a brand is as a totality, not you having fine stitches, not you having a nice logo, not you having. I hope you get the point I'm making.
Yes.
So please, let's take the totality serious instead of just limiting it to one side. Okay, let me put that to rest. At this juncture, I'll ask if you've probably pinned down some questions. Let me know before I continue.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
My question is with the pricing. How do you go about the pricing?
How do you go about the pricing? Good. Pricing cut across regarding to everything, not just fashion. If you're even building, if you're into construction, you're into whatever it is, you definitely have to know your production costs. You think about your production cost, you add your brand value to it, your interest, and you are good to go. Production comes in with your workers, your labor, all those things. And one thing I always tell people regarding to pricing is, let's take an outfit. Let's say you probably make an outfit. You know the cost of your material, right? If it's fabric, you know the cost of the fabric. You know the finishing and probably the accessory that you probably add to it. You quantify if you are probably working from a production unit. You quantify that also into it. You know if it's a free space that you are using, your own house, you are not paying rent, you are not paying light, you still have to quantify all those things and add your interest. Because in future, you're probably going to put something out that you're probably going to pay for all those things. And the brand value is key. Some people tend out to probably look at what people price or how people price their outfits and also price, which is wrong. Someone can sell a kaftan for 150. Someone can sell a kaftan for 1,000. They're not the same. The fact that I'm selling my kaftan for 1,000 or 2,000, that doesn't mean you also sell your kaftan for 2,000. Some people source their fabric from outside. They ship. Let me give you a typical example. I have this fabric, a yard is 35 euros. Imagine I use 4 years to make a kaftan. 35 multiplied by 4 in euros. Convert it into cedis. I'll add my production cost. I'll add all the co-minini. I'll add my shipping because I happily ship the fabric down before using it. Then you will probably go to Accra Central, buy piqué. Piqué is maybe 15 cedis a yard. You buy 4 years. Quantify it, your transport. I'm doing DHL shipping to Ghana. You are doing Accra Central to your house. Quantify it. Take it for instance, after the outfits, I get a photo shoot done, I pay models, I pay location, I add all those things to it. All those things come into play. Are you getting me? Someone might probably just buy fabrics, make an outfit, put it on the floor, take a picture, and post it, and still want to price like how I'm pricing. I'm using myself as an example. That doesn't mean that is how, or that is the price of my outfit. But I'm trying to give you a scenario. So pricing differ from one another. Somebody will probably buy it can probably a normal glass bottom, it can be a covered bottom, it can be, depending on what you are doing. If it is suit, your lining might probably be different. If it's a normal dress and you have lining, some people buy the normal polyester. I know there are even types. So it depends on what goes into what you are making now determine your pricing. And one thing I tell people, if you are pricing, when you add all this thing up, you should know your target market. When you know your target market, you know how to price. The people who afford your stuff, what do they for? Let me give a typical example here. Do you know the brand called Bromone?
Yeah.
Good. Bromone is into suits. I'm into suits. Bromone suit is expensive than my suit. Bromone sells suit in dollars. I sell suit in Ghana cedis. Bromone will buy fabric from Turkey, send it to Italy for production, then send it back to Ghana to sell. So imagine buying fabric from Italy, then ship it from Italy to Turkey for production, then bring it to Ghana to sell. Can you imagine the cost involved? Let's say I buy my fabric from South Africa, bring it to Ghana. I sew here, I sell here. There's no way it will be the same. Buying fabric from South Africa and buying fabric from probably, let's say, London or probably UK, value will be different. So pricing will definitely be different. I'm using two menswear brands to give you a typical example. Are you getting me? So when it comes to pricing, it is an individual structure. Know all the details that comes into the production, labor, cost of material, all those things. You add your value to it, then your interest is key. That is how you go about your pricing. And know if you are pricing, know the people that you are actually selling to, your target. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Have I been able to answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Next question.
I have a question about the colors. Okay, when you said when someone comes to you, you ask of what's in your closet, what's in your wardrobe. You take skin observation. Because let's say someone who is dark and someone who is fair. Okay, so for them, you consider their skin tone, or you think
I can't hear you well. I don't know, it's because of the marks.
I think I do that. Yes.
she's asking if talking about colors. She said if someone comes, you should ask what the person has in his or her closet. But then you consider the skin tone of the person in relation to the colors you choose.
It's a must. It's a must. I made mention when someone comes to you, is you don't have to ask everybody that comes to you what was in your closet. No, it's a no. People who come to you who tend not to know what they want, by you helping them, that is when you go by that. Some people come to you, they already know what they want. By your professional advice, fair people will come to you, and the kind of colors they even want to wear, you go like, come on. Dark people will come to you, they always want to wear dark things. And trust me, if you are dark, colors that pop looks good on you. It is basic. If you are fair, dark colors, that is why it is turned out a lot of fair people like wearing black. No, because black look good on fair people. Some things are just basic. So you have to look at the skin tone. Some people will probably, yes, they will look at their skin tone, but maybe the color you are trying to suggest to the person doesn't like that color. It is you to let the person know that no, it's not about you liking that color. It's about what will look good on you. Some people don't know. Or they go like, oh, me, I don't like, the person is fair. Oh, but me, I don't like black. Because in his or her mind, black is a funeral color. That is why he doesn't like black. Are you getting it? But he or she doesn't know that, oh, black looks good on probably fair people. So you have to educate the person, let the person know, that is this, that is that, that is that. I made mention of the closet because, especially, yes, when it comes to ladies, a lot of ladies know what they want. But men come to me, it's their first time they want a suit. I'll ask you, okay, you want a suit? That is it. As a man, do you have any suit in your closet? You go like, okay, no, I don't have suit. I'll advise you. In his mind, okay, I want a black suit so that I can wear to every other. No. As a man, you don't need a black suit first. So you educate the person. That is what I was trying to explain. Not every client you ask, what do you have in your closet? No. But where the person doesn't know is left or right, you advise the person on probably the skin color, the colors that are probably will look good on him. You suggest all those things. And because you are an expert, you should know the color wheel. Let them know colors that complementary colors that probably goes hand in hand. You let them know all these things. Colors that are probably minimalistic, you let them know all these things because you are an expert. These are things you should know. And I believe if probably you haven't been taught, it is something that you should know. Colors is something that as a designer, probably someone in the fashion that you should know. Color is very key. I remember secondary school, they will be painting primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors. We were just painting for the sake of painting. We weren't taking it to be. The reason why you take primary colors, okay, when you add probably yellow to red, you're going to get orange. When you do this, the idea of you to understand the color wheel, which is very key. If you like, pick your phone, go to Google, you type colors that complement green, colors that are probably that match with this. They will give you all those things. These are things you can learn on your own. Things that make some of us probably unique or stand out. When you know these things, when you come out with a design, trust me, people will go like, wow. People will just love it. And where we find ourselves, our part of the world, Africans, we like colors. When you travel outside, people don't do loud colors like that. It's mostly the traditional colors. It's very hard for you to travel and see people wearing yellow, green, loud. No. They are always wearing the dark tones. But since we find ourselves here and we love colors, and most of the things we use, African print based, and they are full of colors and very busy designs, we have to learn how to use them. One thing I always tell people wherever I find myself, when you are working with prints, know how to work with prints if you are doing combinations. The people tend out to probably pick the loud color from the prints and match it with the plains, which is wrong. It is best when you are mixing print and plain, you pick the minimal color from the print as your plain. It tones down the whole look of your design. I'm making myself clear.
Yes.
I'm saying when we are mixing print and plain, it is best you pick the minimal color from the print as your plain. It tones down the whole look of the print. And one thing a lot of people do, they don't tend to study the prints. Because the print is nice. Oh, yeah, we just cut it, we sew it. No. If you are into women's wear, or you are probably aspiring to do more of female stuff, check on Stylista. She's a designer. She mostly works with prints. She's very good with prints. There are some people who are very good with prints. Not the people who are very good with some special thing that you think you are towing that line, and learn from them. It is key. Have I answered the question on that?
Yes.
Next question.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you sew for women?
I don't do women. My brand is a menswear brand. Once in between, let's say fashion shows, I try to chip in one or two ladies just to spice up the show. I can talk a little bit regarding to shows because I've done it for a while. So I know what goes into fashion shows, and trust me, whilst you are building a brand, there are key things you know. Can someone tell me the essence of fashion shows? Can I get a drink or something? Can someone tell me the essence of fashion shows?
To put the designer out there, show what you can do.
You put the designer out there, good. So the idea of fashion shows is to probably advertise the designer, right?
Yes.
And during fashion shows, there's some of the key things that comes in fashion shows. Mostly they are buyers, people who come there to probably see what you are doing and probably buy them. There are others too. One major thing is media. When it comes to fashion show, media is key. Excuse me. Media is key. And the media that comes around, they turn out to probably pick whatever the designer is showcasing to the rest of the world. And I always make sure I try to give myself, I ask myself this question: why am I showcasing on this fashion show? Okay, I want to put my things out there. I want the media to pick it. Am I the only one showcasing? No. There are several other designers on that same show. What am I going to do? What are some of the things we have in common? All the designers are making clothes, right? In that sense, I cancel all those things out. Every designer is there to advertise. One, every designer is making clothes. So that means the media is going to be picking all the designers, their clothes and all that. What can I do to probably stand out or probably catch the attention of the media? These are things that come in play. So as a designer, I'm a menswear designer. People are going to expect me to probably come and showcase menswear. Okay, let me spice up a little bit of women's wear in it. Just get the media, because the media is key. The media is the top notch when it comes to fashion now. So let me do a few women's wear in there just to spice up. And you'll get attention. And the media will talk about it. So these are things. Because if you're going to do the normal thing, everybody's going to show clothes. Are you also going to show clothes? What is going to let yours stand out? So in as much as I'm a menswear brand, at times I chip in one or two ladies just for show to catch attention. That is it. Maybe in the long run, I'll probably get into menswear, but currently as a menswear brand, I chip in ladies in there just for attention when it comes to fashion shows.
Okay, so my question.
Okay.
I know to do both men and women.
I can't hear you.
I'm saying I know to sew for men and women. So as a brand,
you know how to sew for men and women.
Yes.
Okay.
So should I specialize in one or the advice to do for both? Things not to do for men and women.
You can do both. You can do both. But make sure where your strength is, you put in more effort there. There are some people, they are doing both, but trust me, you can see that the other side is not. And if they should probably focus on where they are strongest, they will do better. But they turn out probably to still do both. You can also start probably from one side, one gender, then later on, you can introduce the other. It goes hand in hand. As a startup, I would advise, if you like, just throw your cards out there. Do both. I always say, let that commercial aspect be in your mind. Where you think you can probably hit more, just hit there more. And just get what you are getting from there. Have I answered your question?
Yes.
Next question. Next question. The question done. Any question?
So I think that's all for the questions they have for now. I think if later they bring up some, I'm going to send them to you.
Okay. So probably when I was talking about trying to have a successful brand and a startup, I mentioned you trying to look at quality. I mentioned quality. I mentioned design. Yes, we have a lot of people who are very good at design. Designing, you have to pick something that is peculiar to your design. That will probably let you stand out. It can be, if it's print, it can be printed. It can be embroidery. It can be whatever it is. But something that's peculiar with your design that will probably stand out. And the niche that you are looking at, people that you are targeting your brand to, is very key. Focus on a particular group of people that you think you want to push your brand to and just hit them. In as much as quality is key, branding is also very, very, very key. And branding, if your quality is key, that means your branding is also going well. Now, everything is branding. Everything is branding. If you don't brand well, you might even have a good product. People will not even probably see. So please pick this call for me. If your branding is not strong, trust me, it'll be very hard. And I may mention that good brands go beyond clothing. It goes beyond the clothes. It goes beyond the clothes. Good brand goes beyond the clothes. How you even handle your social media pages, how you even display your outfits. If you're into retailing, how are you even retailing? Now, thank God, there are a lot of online shops. As I rightly say, people are not even going back to the shop to buy. You are going to the people. How do you brand your things to the people? How is your packaging like? So starting a brand, these are some of the things you probably have in mind. Branding, logo, design, name. I may mention when I was starting my brand, while I was in uni, my brand name, if I write it down, you can't pronounce it. These are mistakes that we do. But as time goes on, you turn out. Let me tell you, and since you are starting this, always think global. It is very key. If you are thinking global, it is good because it might probably look small. It might probably like you are starting small, but if you are thinking global, it goes a whole lot to help you. So let me tell you this: how I came by the name Abrantie. So I think I had a name Abrantie in mind because I started probably doing some people call me Abrantie. So it looks like a lot of people are calling me Abrantie. So let me just pick this name. I wasn't thinking about other Abrantie staffs in Ghana. Are you getting me? I didn't think that much. Then I didn't also think globally. So now I had opportunity, I started traveling. Now everywhere I go, when I mention Abrantie, I have to explain. I mention Abrantie, I have to explain. You just have to let them know Abrantie is a local word. I came back home, I was like, no, Abrantie is a common name. Everybody sees it. There are a lot of Abrantie staffs. Let me just push from that. And since I travel, a lot of people ask me, Abrantie, what is Abrantie? Let me just add. And I keep on saying, so the brand name is Abrantie the Gentleman. So now when I travel outside and I mention Abrantie the Gentleman, I don't think you ask me, what is it? It is self-explanatory. You can clearly get it. So these are mistakes that we do when we are starting. And as a startup, these are things you can avoid because at least you have someone who is telling you these are the things you can probably avoid. And all this boils down to branding, color, the color you pick for your brands. All these things come in play. Don't pick plenty colors. When you pick plenty colors, at the long run, when your brand turns out to be very big and you are doing souvenirs and merchandise, you'll be spending more. Trust me, you'll be spending more. I remember my Abrantie crest. When I was getting that one done, because the colors were more, they were charging me more. So these are things, key things that startup you have to know. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any further questions? I guess we are almost coming to an end.
Okay, sir.
Any further questions? Okay.
Sir, about the price. Let's say, for instance, I have where I am. I have done a survey. I want to establish a business there. I've done a survey.
You've done what?
I've done a survey. To know how much price and stuff. And in that area, let's say, for example, they do the shirts for investors. And what I am putting or with a package, with my own package, maybe in a bag, my tag and everything. How will I sustain that business in that area, in that community? Because the target market it will be within the area. So
that is why I remember you have to know your markets. From what you are saying, you want to sell to that area only. Are you getting me? What is done in that area? You don't have to fall to what is done in that area. If you are probably going to do all this packaging and all these things, trust me, there are people who appreciate, who know the worth that you are giving. If you are adding all those things, is the product actually worth what you are adding to all these things that probably will surpass what the others are doing? And most of the time, all this branding and all those things, trust me, it's not always that it comes into how do you call it, the production. You can probably have a poly bag. Some people will probably do paper bag. Are you at that stage probably to even have a paper bag for your product? Are you getting me? So all these things come in. And some of these things, they are long-term investments. Something like this, branding bags and all these things, they are long-term investments. You don't see it now. But as you are going on, you are branding yourself. So it adds up to the value of your brand. The people who are probably your competitors in that area, they are not doing the same, right? Trust me, I'm sure they might also buy a normal poly bag and put their product in. But you've gone a step further. And that's an advantage you have over them. And people like things that are worth what they're actually buying for. So if you are giving them something that is worth, good branding, finishing, everything is the package is a totality. Trust me, you will get them. You get them. So just know that you will find your niche, and you get your market, the market that you deserve. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Another question.
Okay.
And I meant to real streetwear we spoke. Street
okay.
So as a main brand, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to do everything or you just specialize in one? Yeah. Based on that.
Okay. So it also boils down to the same question again. You have to know your target audience. It is key. I can use myself as a case study. When I was in uni, I started my brand when I was in uni. First year, I was doing more of streetwear. So when it comes to this t-shirt printing, tie and dye, I've done it. I've done all. I've even print puff printing. I've done a lot. Then I was targeting students. So I didn't need to do probably bespoke. No. It was ready to wear. Because at that very age, that is what they are into. Now, I'm doing strictly made to measure. That is what I'm doing now. Because at this very, I know my target audience. There are people who probably would like their things well tailored and well fitting. Are you getting me? So you have to know your target audience. If you know your target audience, you will know what to pertain to them, and you probably know where to probably hit. Whether you are doing ready to wear, whether you are doing probably bespoke, you will know it. So if you don't ask yourself questions, it is going to be very hard for you to identify exactly what you want to do or where you're probably going. Am I clear?
Yes.
There's always questions. Always ask yourself questions. Always ask yourself questions. Any other question?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Elionai. I joined in quite late, but
okay.
I got the branding aspects, and I want to know like how effective your branding could push you outside, even though we are all students and we have a low perspective on our target audience. Let's say our clients as of now, but most of us would like to go outside, even still in school. So I'd like to know how branding and how you made mention of social media and the rest could help us boost ourselves onto the international markets to sell the Ghanaian brands as well.
Okay, that is a very good question. So let me say this. You are in Ghana. Let's take it as if you are in Ghana. You are based at Labadi, or look, let's even move from Accra. You are in Kumasi, somewhere around
Tanoso.
Give me one of the Tanoso, something like that.
All right.
Right? It's even hard for you to even be probably recognized in Accra. How much more across Ghana, right? These are all the things that plays in your mind. Because I get a lot of people who probably call me and talk to me about, I'm based in Sunyani, but I'm doing, I don't even know how to, I want to probably move to. Thank God for social media. Use it. Trust me. Use social media. Let me tell you, my first shot to showcase in South Africa, it was kind of getting social media. My works were probably seen online, and calls came in through already established people, fashion people, and were asked, oh, do you know this person? Do you know, can you probably say something about his brand? It was like that. I said, can you please pick this call for me? It was like that. So please, make the social media your tool. It is there. So far as you can see what Gucci is posting, you can see what Beyonce is posting, you can see what Fendi is posting, you can see whatever is posting. So in as much, they can also see what you are posting. Now, imagine you start a new Instagram page. You don't have enough followers. Make sure you are putting your product on point. You don't have what it takes. You don't have the money to probably buy a mannequin. Trust me, you can put it on a hanger and take good pictures. You don't have the money to probably hire a professional photographer. You have a phone. Make sure you are taking good pictures with your phone. And I normally tell people that there are some things that you can't go. Do you see my back? It is plain. It is plain, right? It is plain. Good.
Yeah, plain.
So let me say, I'm exhibiting this shirt, right? There is nothing busy behind my back. All attention is on this shirt. I see young folks putting stuff online with busy background. At times, it's even on the machine. You see all sorts of things around. When we're talking about branding, it goes down to the minute detail of everything that you are doing. If I'm looking at a brand, at times I don't even look at the outfit or probably a product there. I'm looking at the surroundings, things that you are doing. And let me tell you one thing that you can always rely on. If it's about Instagram, because right now to reach the world is social media, and things that work on social media, hashtags. Make sure you use hashtags. They are key. If you're into retailing, look at people who are into retailing, who are out there, the kind of hashtags they are using. There are a lot of people worldwide, they don't even type people's name to check. They just view hashtags. So imagine I put this shirt out. I will hashtag Linen shirts, Linen, men's shirts, men's fashion, Insta men, men's gifts. You know, these are things I will hashtag. And trust me, when you go on these hashtag threads, you will see the number of people who view all these things. So someone might probably be in Turkey who is also into menswear or is a menswear brand, also hashtagging the same hashtag. So somebody goes, it's good. We can do practical. We have fun. Let me just do this quickly. Just a minute.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hello. I'm coming.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me? Just a minute. I'm trying to open something.
Yeah. Me again.
I want to demonstrate something. I'm coming.
Would you suggest? All right, sure.
Hello, hold on. So let's see this. I have this shirt online, right?
Yeah.
I'm coming. Let me use this as a case study. I have this online. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. I scroll down. I have hashtag. I want to go to, let me say,
It's all
Father. Come again.
It's fine now.
Okay. So I click on the hashtag Father's Day. What do you see there?
Everything tagged Father's Day.
Good. And how many people or how many posts do you see there?
12.5.
1.5 million.
12.5 million. So if you hashtag Father's Day on your image, right, it adds up to 12.5 million. There are people who go online, they don't go and check people's Instagram accounts. They just go on hashtag worldwide. And definitely, if it's Father's Day, people will just go on the Father's Day hashtag and just be looking through these things. Because these are Father's Day things. Are you getting me? Are you getting me?
Yes.
So don't take it as if you don't have enough followers.
Yeah.
Because of that, your post doesn't reach far. Indulge in all these things. These social media tricks, hashtag is a key. Use them. And somebody somewhere might be able to probably see what you are doing. And if the person has interest, will either reach you or through something, a link might probably come from somewhere. It goes like that. Are you getting me? I can boldly tell you that.
Yeah.
There's a point in time when I started my brand, I told myself, I'm not going to post things on social media with my phone. At a point in time, I didn't have money to probably hire a photographer. So definitely I'll use my phone. But I make sure that what I'm posting is of high quality when it comes to my phone. Gradually, you have money, you probably hire photographers to do all your shoot and all those things. As time goes on, trust me, you'll be getting people who will love to do the shoot for you for free because your brand is out there. Let me tell you a story. One of my first photo shoots, I needed models to do the shoot. Could you believe none of the models turned up? None. I will go down. I can go down and show you. I'm coming. None of the models turned up. And I invited friends just to come around for the shoot. I end up using those friends for that first shoot. Now, I have used models. Now, I don't even use models. I use celebrities because they want to wear the brand. Do you get a picture I'm trying to paint here?
Yeah.
You just have to do what you are doing and do it right. From start, it will be hard, but just make sure that even if you are just picking, you're just using, how do you call it, a normal phone to take picture of your product. Take it well. Make sure it's good. Post it. If you want to tag people, tag them. Trust me, there are some people, when you tag them, they'll get annoyed. But there are some people, when you tag them, they'll probably come and see it. People who are not following you, when you tag them, they can come and kill you. Even as a now, with where my brand is, I still tag people. So this very shoot, you see, these were print pants. They were all friends. I didn't even bring their face. Because the real models who were supposed to do the shoots, they didn't turn up. One, because you are starting. You don't even, who is this guy? But now, those same models, some of them will probably be beg for you even to use them. That is the reality of life. So, in other people are probably going to belittle you. They won't value what you are doing. Keep doing it and focus and make sure that what you are doing it well. And gradually, you'll get there. I made mention, use hashtags. There are some hashtags that are very, very popular. When you go to Instagram, depending on what you are doing, make sure you're using them. And if you don't have the numbers, you still get people seeing them. And one thing will lead to the other and the other. You don't know where your breakthrough or probably your shine might come from. Have I answered your question?
Yes.
You were trying to ask another question too. Can I hear you now?
So I was saying, and I meant where we have, I think we go there. No, it's talking to the
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
It's not. I think it's gone off.
Hello?
It's gone off.
No, I'm online.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard you speaking about hashtags.
Yes.
I want to know, for the fashion industry, I'm quite aware certain hashtags don't pretty well work for the fashion industry. I want to know if
Instagram. Come again.
I listen just a few, maybe a 2 or 3.
Come again.
So I want to know if you could do us a favor by giving us a case study hashtag or something that's pretty well sells. Because these days every hashtag just comes up and we think, okay, it will be a good hashtag for us, but for all you know, it's going to downplay us in the long run. So I don't know if, since you're in the game, you've been in the game for quite some time, I don't know if you could assist us with just a few or two, since we are startups. Hello. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you now.
Okay. Come back again. Ask your question.
Yeah, I was saying, you made mention of hashtags, and I want to know that I know there are certain hashtags which for the fashion industry does not really sell well for those in the industry. So I want to know if you could assist us, being students and also startups, you could assist us with just a few of the hashtags probably you think might be of good help to we students starting up or something.
Okay, this is very simple.
Because yeah, there are hashtags which we being new to the industry, you might feel will be a good hashtag for us, but in the long run will tarnish us or something, because most people outside are kind of racist and stuff. And me being a black man, I would like to do maybe a hashtag black fashion wear, hashtag black men collection, hashtag this, hashtag that, hashtag, and it will kind of raise a racist mindset against my brand. So I want to know whether we should go the usual me or anything that comes in mind, or I should go universal in a way that will not bring red flags around my brand.
Okay, so let me say this: you don't just go ahead and pick any hashtag. Hashtag, there are meanings to it. Hashtag has to do with what you are posting. You have to be related to what you are posting. That is why when I was talking, I made mention of, if it's this shirt I'm posting, I may mention Lelen because it's Lelen. I may mention patch pocket because it's patch pocket. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? I may mention probably round neck. So these are things you know. They are the basic things. If you are probably doing menswear hashtag is key, menswear. There are some basic things that if you are doing probably women's wear, those things are there. Because it's Instagram, maybe Insta fashion. Are you getting me? Go where you're doing probably you have style in there, you can probably hashtag style. There are some basic things that you should do. That is why I keep on saying you should look at what you are doing, look at somebody who is doing it well, and look at how they go about it. Are you getting me? Don't hashtag weird words. Like what some of the things that people, because now Black Lives Matter. Okay, Black Lives Matter. Yes, there are hashtags that you can probably jump on. It is a trend you can jump on just to be noticed. There are people who post. I remember someone was are you are in Ghana? You are posting about Kobe Bryant and all that. Why all this? At that point in time, he was trending. Are you getting me? He was trending. And let me tell you something. I posted Kobe Bryant wearing a suit, and he was trending because he was trending. And I'm into suit. Somebody seeing Kobe Bryant in suit, you probably just go and click on that picture, and the person will end up on my page, being it wherever the person might find himself in which country. Are you getting me here? So there are tricks to this Instagram. Aside you being probably very popular that you can just grow your page very easily, there are mechanisms to it. Keep engaged. Some people just go and post and they just close their gram and they just leave. Keep yourself engaging. Make sure you are building an audience. Are you getting me? And pick. There are days of the week. Try and know that, okay, some people do like Monday motivation. You know, if you are into food, Tasty Tuesday. You know, there are some things that some people try to use, which is very nice because it runs across people who are into that industry. So know what is in your industry, know what will probably help you and what you are posting. They can relate to what you are posting and just use it. Am I making myself clear?
Is it a connection? Is there a connection? Yes.
You this design, it look good, but I don't want you to post it online. So what will you do to such a client?
Come again. They don't want you to post.
Maybe
they don't want you to post what online. I don't get it.
The style.
You make.
No, they didn't pay for the actual design, but maybe you have sold for the person.
And the person sends you a picture?
No, your own idea.
I'm not getting your question well. I'm not getting your question well.
You have somebody, and the person sees that the design is good, but it tells you, I don't want to see this design on online.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Otherwise, they will not come back to you.
It depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on how your structure is. Are you getting me? Me, for instance, that is how my people don't come to me with their own design. I create designs, I put them in collection. It is out there. That's what people buy. Occasionally, I would say, clients that are really my loyal clients. They'll probably bring fabric in one in between for you to probably make stuff for them. But if it is something that you have probably created, which is already out there, and the person sees it, the person wants it, I don't see where the person probably, unless, let's say, from what you're saying, somebody comes to you with a fabric, right? Then you create a nice design with the fabric for the person.
Yes.
And before you giving the product to the person, you take a picture and you want to post it.
Yes.
And the person will tell you, I don't want to. Because so it is up to you. If you are creating something, you can probably create something either different and post, or make sure people who are coming to you are already picking from you what they've already seen.
Okay.
I get me. So if somebody comes and the person comes to you and you and the person sit down and create it, at least the person can go like, oh, don't post it. It is mine. There are people like that. That one, you can't do anything about it. Very good. Eric.
Yes, sir. It's like we are having a little problem with our internet here right now. It's going on and so we really some of the connections coming and out. So so maybe if you see that's what is happening, we're having a little problem with it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Any more questions?
Yes, please.
Okay. Your name again?
Yeah. I'm Elionai.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yes. About the branding. I want to know if it would be best, since we are not, let's say, that well abreast with social media, branding, coloring, as in logo making and everything, would you advise we outsource, let's say, people within that specific field?
It is the best. It is the best. But I'm talking in this way because I know you are a startup. The people you are talking about, they're probably going to take you money and all that. But yes, regarding to, let's say, logo, all those things, it is good you get a professional to probably get it down for you. If you can't afford, whilst you are probably going out with a brand, things can change. Start with do what you have now. What you are growing, you probably grow and change. If you can afford, it's the best way. People even get people to handle their social media accounts for them and you concentrate on the production. That is the right way. When it comes to fashion, there are facets when it comes to the fashion brand. I get me. You need different departments when it comes to the fashion brand. So you can get people probably to handle that. Whilst if you are just concentrating on maybe the creative side, you do that. What your strength is, you do that. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Any other questions? Eric?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any questions from the class?
No, sir. For now, any other question I'm going to.
Hello?
Yeah, can I go ahead?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay, my name is Esinam. I really enjoyed my stay with your session and I'm grateful
Thank you.
that I joined. Yes, I wanted to find out what would be your best advice if you were just starting out as a designer, and whether you should just go on and launch your brand and start everything, although you have other interests and you're likely to be inconsistent, or you wait till you figure things out and know that this is the best route you want to go, and then before you prepare, get ready, and then launch. As in, what between the two scenarios, what would you advise? And if you were faced with that, what did you happen? Like, what do you end up doing?
Okay. Okay. So let me say this. I think I've been in that scenario before, so I can answer it. One thing when it comes to, at times people go like, "Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready." Not that they're not ready. Their willpower to start is not there. Trust me. I always tell people, if something hits you in the mind, just do it. Just do it. Don't wait till, because there is no proper time or proper timing to start. It will never come. Just start. Unless maybe, let's say, fine, you are toggling between two things. Maybe you are probably, there are people who probably do the normal corporate work, 9 to 5. And they have passion of probably starting on their own too. They are thinking of, should I quit and start, or should I? You can juggle both at the same time. If you really know what you're about, just start. Because every step and the challenges that comes with it. Every step and the challenges that come with it. So just start. Whilst you are going on, yes, there might probably be, sometimes it might probably be down. At times too, it might probably go up. It's not that you're not working, but you're working, but still in a very slow pace. At times you probably know, so you are very geared up and you're just moving. So just start. Just that you have to know exactly what you are doing. If you know what you are doing, you have an idea of what you are doing, just keep on doing it. Because there's no correct timing to start. Unless, let's say, fine, you are in school. You've given yourself, I want to complete school before I launch. It is a set goal. But in as much as that you are probably giving yourself after school to lunch, that doesn't stop you from probably still doing your research, still trying to put probably your brand ideas together. It's all part of the work. Are you getting me? So these are things you have to know. You can start, but start knowing exactly what you are probably about, and just put them. You can start and probably go and break and come back again. People do that. Even top brands even go down and they still come back. Some even rebrand their name and still come back strong. So you can still do that. Have I answered you?
I think she's, I don't know if she's sort of, but the network has been really bad now.
Okay.
So yeah, I really,
you have a lot.
yeah, you've really done a lot from all the way from 10 to 1:30. You've really done a lot.
Oh, whoa. It's
say thank you very, very much. Yes, we really want to say thank you very much. We don't know how much we can pay for this. We really appreciate your efforts. It was just a message I sent, and then it was just a WhatsApp message, and then you agreed to do this. And God richly bless you, sir. And God richly bless you. And anytime, anything we can do to help, or anything you like us, or tax, or anything, we are always available for you, sir.
Okay. I'll find time probably.
Thank you very much.
What I want you to do as a class is try in as much as possible, and even say a pokran. If you are here, you probably love what I did. You can probably DM the Abrantie page one way or the other. I'll probably pick it and probably answer your questions and all that. And follow as well, because we are trying to grow a community. So you can follow me at Abrantie the Gentleman, the brand page. Whatever the question is, you can probably put it down. Anything that you think you want to discuss with me, you want to talk, just DM me. But the following is very important. So follow the brand and let's share the word of fashion to the
Yes,
world.
sir. Yes, sir. And sir, the lecture is recorded, so when it is edited, I'll let you have a copy of it, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you very much, sir. And enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. God bless you.
You enjoy your class. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.